Let's hear it for our brothers and sisters who are workers, who are labor. Thank you for that message. Let's hear it for education. Let's hear it for our workers. And now it's my honor to introduce someone who has been on the front lines of education. A former teacher of the year, principal of the year. Dr. Carlos Vasquez is an educational consultant with more than 20 years of teaching and administrative experience. Dr. Vasquez received his undergraduate degree from the University of Texas at Austin, his master's degree from the University of Texas at Arlington, and his doctorate in educational administration from Baylor University. So let's see, he's been a horned frog, a maverick, and a bear, and he currently serves as our Fortworth ISD board trustee for District 1. He was elected in 2008 and is a champion of teachers and school children. Let's hear from Fortworth ISD trustee, Dr. Carlos Vasquez.
Buenos días, raza. ¿Cómo estamos? How are we today? Are you doing good? I know it's sunny, but it's raining as hell, isn't it? It's raining with lack of funds. Now is the time to move from rhetoric to finger pointing and make education a priority. I was in Austin just a few days ago with a lot of other school board members, including two of my colleagues that are on the floor here, Juan Rangel and Ann Sutherland, who also fight the good fight to make sure that education is a priority in Fort Worth. Christine Moss will speak to you later. The Republicans and Rick Perry do not know and do not care on how education is going to affect us. Is my voice that strong?
Bring the mic closer.
Closer. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Our district has worked hard here in Fort Worth. We had $150 million in reserves. We're using our rainy day fund in Fort Worth to make sure that we work in protecting our students here in Fort Worth. However, with the cuts that are projected at the state level in Fort Worth, we're going to have to cut maybe up to $90 million. Who suffers? It's our kids. I'm seeing a sign out there that says pre-K assistants are teachers too. Well, guess what? They are. And our classrooms cannot function without pre-K assistants. In Fortworth ISD, the first cut that we did, the first cut that we approved was pre-K assistants. Does Rick Perry and the Republicans think that we can manage, that our teachers can manage a classroom of 20 little kids with one person? You all know, as parents, you cannot do it. I see another sign over there that says principals, principals. What do I see? No Title I money looking at me. You know, it's a very popular book. There is no money out there for us. You need to make sure that we talk to these people and talk about how important it is for them to fund our schools and fund them appropriately. Districts across the states need help before the state's massive budget shortfalls. The debilitating cuts that are being proposed will cut districts off at the knees, preventing us from providing the services our communities have come to expect. And then Rick Perry has the gall to stand up and say, we're not doing the cuts, it's the school boards in the school districts. Yeah, a lot of BS, you know, that's a lot of BS that he's doing. Legislators must recognize that public education is an investment for the future. If we don't educate our students now, and we don't build schools, and we don't have good teachers, guess what we're going to be building in the future? The Republicans are more concerned about building prisons than they are about building schools. We need to urge our lawmakers to use a balanced approach in developing the state budget, including accessing the rainy day fund. Like I said, it's sunny, but it's raining as hell. We are educators. We know what it's like. Our teachers know what it's like to teach 20 students in the classroom. They know what it's like to have these kids come to school hungry, sick, and be a nurse, a teacher, a counselor, everything to these students, and still be successful. Make education a priority. Our teachers need to. And it's an investment in the future. We either educate our kids now and make them successful, or we will suffer the consequences in the future. Because education is the ultimate goal for all of us. Make education a priority. Make sure that you remember when you're voting, get involved. You know, too many times as school board members, we don't see the public come forward. when we voted to cut 210 pre-K assistants, I'm still hoping that you all will call the school board, that you will call the superintendent and say, you know what, find the money somewhere. Sometimes we find it for things that we need it. You know, I'd rather have $3 million less in the rainy day fund of our own accounts and have those teacher assistants in the classrooms than have $30 million. You know, we've got to walk the walk and do the same thing. So thank you for being here. Make education a priority. Viva la raza, viva los demócratas.